Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Let me know if you can hear us.
Oh man, that picture's okay.
That it looks like this right now, but can you guys hear us now? Anybody?
Tammy, Don, can you hear us?
All right. Well, I will do the intro again. Welcome to Changing the Narrative with Red
and Stace.
And we're here to share our lives and our journey moving to South Africa. I want to thank everybody for joining and following and subscribing. We really appreciate it. And okay, it looks like we are a person that is interviewing us is in the chat. We emailed a link to you, so just click on that link. It should bring you right to the studio, and just put your name in.
She's in the building.
So we have a special guest that we're going to be interviewing today. We're just waiting for her to get on the live. In the meantime, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing. I want to thank you for following us and helping us grow our channel. We really appreciate it. You guys get much love from us, obviously, of course.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, I had a nice Mother's Day breakfast this morning. So thank you so much for that.
I'm awesome.
I really enjoyed it. So I just want to say that, being a mom is a really hard job, and it's nice to have a day of appreciation and gratitude. I think that any mom will say, a lot of times that it's a thankless job, but it's nice to get a little bit of kudos, So
it's a hard job too. Gee whiz.
Yeah, being a parent's a hard job, but I feel like
nobody wrote a book about it.
Yeah,
you learn on the fly.
Yeah,
and the sad part about it, you treat the first one, you mess the first one up sometimes, and you learn.
Like
and
a pancake.
Yeah, you mess the first one up sometime, and you learn, and you decide not to make the same mistakes you did with the first one, with the second one, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah,
and I had quite a few so on, so I know. But my first one is beautiful. My second one is beautiful. But we probably started messing up on the third. I don't know. You got to ask them. What do you think? No, definitely don't ask them right now.
I mean, you can ask me. Like, I think like as far as a mother, I think all mothers have like some level of guilt, over not being perfect. But I really don't think I don't want to say there's not a reason to feel guilty. I mean, because there's different levels of, feeling like you didn't do right. But, I think that if you always go into it with the best intentions and doing your best, like that's all you can do. That's all you can do. And just, be grace, give yourself a little bit of grace, and just know that you're not perfect and you're a whole person. And one day your kids are going to get older. They're going to realize how hard it is. And hopefully they will appreciate it. So,
Renita, what's up? Renita, you can't figure it out?
Yeah.
Why am I half in the picture and you holding the picture?
Because it's Mother's Day. I should be in the center of everything because it's Mother's Day.
Okay.
So you can be on the sideline for one day.
I'm gonna remember that. Renita. Oh man. Renita,
right.
what's going on?
Let me see if I can try sending her the link again. She's in.
Sorry for this, you guys.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're usually on point. Let's see.
Sorry. Don, how your day going, man? Sorry, but the link is bringing me here. I don't see where to enter the studio.
All right, you talk. Let me see.
Oh, want me to talk? So can you move over then? So I guess a lot of you guys some of you guys looked at yesterday's podcast, and I did my DNA results. My DNA result says I'm 92% African. Yay. I'm ecstatic about that. I think 31% was Cameroon, and another big percentage was Nigeria. I felt so good. I'm thinking about doing the African ancestry now. So, we can narrow it down to there she go.
No.
Oh, why you want here twice? Gee whiz. Just because it's Mother's Day, that doesn't mean you need to be on here twice.
I'm not trying to be on twice.
So, yeah, we're really sorry for this. Hi, well, you know what? Let's go to the comments until we get this straight. I still can't hear. Damn it. Shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's her because everybody else.
That's Tammy.
Yeah, but everybody else is saying they can hear.
Can everybody hear? Can they get a thumbs up if you can hear us, please? And again, we're sorry for the delay. This normally doesn't happen. Can I get a thumbs up if y'all can hear us? Bring the law back to ZA. Okay. What does that mean? Bring the law back to ZA. That's interesting.
Okay. I think I got it.
Okay. Everybody can hear, it seems like. Tammy, can you hear now? Gee whiz. Greetings from Cape. Hello, how's the Cape doing right about now? We plan on visiting there also.
Try the one I just sent you, Renita. That should work. In email. I sent you an email.
Let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. Again, y'all, we normally don't have technical difficulties. We usually on
Why does
point.
that happen on Mother's Day? I guess Father's Day, this is gonna be popping then. It's gonna go so smooth for Father's Day.
So we're going to be interviewing Renita and Deronte. I think what was really interesting about their story is that they are living a debt-free life, and I just
intrigued.
Yeah, I think that's something that is noble, and it's also something that I think a lot of people want. But it's really hard to.
There we go.
Here we go.
There we go, y'all.
We're here.
Welcome.
Hey. Before we get started, we can't see your husband. We only see his shoulder.
How about now?
Yeah, everything is good.
Love the fit, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hear you.
Everything is good.
Let me turn this volume up.
Everything is good.
I'll just leave it alone. You can hear it.
Okay. Go ahead. Get it popping now.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you so much for joining. Sorry about the technical issues.
Oh, No problem. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it. And we apologize to everyone for the delay. Sorry to be tardy for the party.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So just jumping right into it. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourselves? Where are you from? How many kids? And like, what do you do for a living?
Well, my name is Renita. This is my husband, Deronte. We're both from Alabama. We have 3 children. Our oldest, he'll be 22. We have a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old. We met almost 20 years ago. We've been married 18 plus years. We met um, at the prison. we used to work at a prison. We were correction officers at a prison. And we met there.
Knocked her up while she was in prison.
No, I'm gonna tell you, when she said that, I went straight like, oh boy, this could be really good.
That was just watching Love After Lockup. I was like,
but yeah, we met there, and it's just we've been together ever since. We have a business together, and we wanted to come to Africa initially as like a celebratory trip. We had accomplished something big. We paid off our house, and well, let me go back. I'm sorry. We're from Alabama, but we were living in Colorado, so we paid off our house there. And we were like, we're gonna go to Africa and celebrate doing something, big or whatever. And we were initially thinking about coming to Africa for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he came up with the bright idea to let's go for a longer time and see as many places as we can see. And so our time is just about up, but it's kind of in a nutshell how we ended up here and a little bit of our background.
Okay, so y'all been to Tanzania.
Yes.
Y'all been to Ethiopia too, I believe, right?
No, just well, I mean, yeah, that was
Fantastic.
just on like a layover, but we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
compare Tanzania to Joburg.
I would say it's just about like night and day. He may be able to talk more about Tanzania. He loved Tanzania. You want to say what you think about it?
I think Tanzania is like maybe the traditional Africa, where you see people wearing stuff like what I have on. Not most people, especially like the women. They might have like the long dresses and they wear stuff like this, and you might see the women walking around with the things on their head, working, whether they selling food or they cooking, and they balancing that heavy stuff on their head. And that's what I thought, it was cool to see that people were still wearing garb like this, still, wearing stuff that you might see on TV. And then Joburg is more, to me, is more like America.
Yes.
So the big malls, the shiny malls, and the nice big cars. Not to say they don't have malls and stuff in Tanzania, but and the big cars. But I think Tanzania is more traditional Africa, like people they got a bunch of tribes. You'll see the people in Tanzania, you could tell they're in the tribes because of the outfits they wear. And here I know they have tribes as well, but it's just like if you took the people from Joburg to America, I think they'll blend in. But if you took that person from Tanzania to the US, it'll be a kind of a shock to them. So
makes sense.
I might be off, but that's just my interpretation.
It makes perfect sense. You're basically saying that Joburg is more Americanized,
Right.
modernized, modern, and Tanzania is more traditional.
Yeah.
So if you had a choice to live, which one would it be?
So I came from the US to America trying to get away from the way that they do things in America a little bit. Yeah. So I like the Tanzania part, just laid back. They call it pole pole, which is slow. They chill. And here it's like you know, let's get to it. Let's,
Yeah.
you know, not to say they don't hustle in Tanzania. They hustle just like Joburg, but it's just a different pace. And so, but my kids and my wife, they would love Joburg. So it just depends on the flavor you're looking for. And my flavor is poly. Chill, laid back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think the good thing about South Africa as a whole is that if you wanted to live in, you know, a more traditional life, you know, you can do that. You know, it's just that Joburg is just very, very modern and feels more like, you know, feels more like the States. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
This was our first, you know, time coming to the continent as well. So I would say personally, I mean, if you've never been here, I think maybe Joburg or South Africa is a good place to start because it may be too much of a culture shock if you go from the US to Tanzania, you know, or I haven't been anywhere else, but just, you know, speaking from our experience, I think maybe to kind of get your feet wet and get, you know, get used to being somewhere different. It probably would be best to start in South Africa if you have never been to Africa.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense too. We got 28 people watching. Please like, subscribe, and share in our page and Renita Lynette page.
So now that you've traveled a couple of places in Africa, are you thinking about relocating there, or is it just going to be like a place that you visit regularly?
Right now, well, for me, I'm looking at, I mean, I would love to come back every year or maybe more. We want to see different countries here. He would like to stay. He wants to go get our things and just head back and just go visit the US occasionally. But
we're with you.
We're with you, brother.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm glad I got somebody that can relate.
You got somebody.
Sometimes I feel like I'm too extreme, man. That's cool. I'm glad I met y'all.
I heard you saying that Red was saying that she wanted to go to the UK or whatever to see like the Afro part of that, and you were saying that you didn't want to go or whatever. He's the same way. He could care less about.
Hey, can I move in with y'all? How about that?
We've seen too many of them our whole life. I'm fine. I want to be around our people.
But I mean, that's why I was saying I wanted to do the Afrocentric European tour because, you know, it's not only white people in Europe. You know, we don't have to go see them if we don't want to, you know. But so what made you, and this is the most important part of the interview for me, because I want to be like you when I grow up. How did you guys decide as a couple that you wanted to embark on this journey of creating a debt-free life?
Well, I think for both of us, we kind of had that in us, like, you know, even before we met, maybe him more so than me. But yeah, when we got married, we had some debt as far as like car payments when we first got married, but he didn't like that. From the way I understood it, when we first got together, like he didn't like to have his money to where it already belonged to someone else, you know, before he was able to do what he wanted to do with it. He cannot stand it. He still doesn't like it. And so it came on, and then I started to see what he was talking about. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So like I said, we had, you know, house payments as when we first got married, and like a, you know, couple of car payments. But after that, we started looking at it like, we don't want to keep doing this. To just have a lot of bills coming and you got to pay all this stuff out. We didn't care to continue to live like that. We wanted to make it a little bit easier for us and just, you know, pay the light bill and the water bill and not, you know, and then for me, I can talk about this type of stuff like all day. I don't get into the technical parts of it. Like I can't tell you where to invest and everything like that. But when just looking at things from a standpoint of these big banks, they don't need our money, just two people, you know, they don't need our money to be any bigger than what they are. So how about we just hold on to more of our money because they're good. And so we want to try to be good too. And we don't want to you know, these people, they have their legacy already set up to pass it down for generations and generations. And I don't want to be trying to look like I'm as rich as the people who own the banks and we're not, you know, or whatever. And so, you know, let's just hold on to more of our money and do what we want to do with it instead of being, you know, in a position where we have to do things that we may not want to do. I mean, you know, from a legal standpoint, nothing crazy, but yeah, we don't want to be bogged down with that. And we decided that early on.
Okay.
I know what you just said.
Well, I got a question for you then. You said that you had got a car and you had to get rid of your car, and people was looking at you like, how can you afford this car? What kind of car was it, and was it your dream car?
Well, I had a motorcycle, so
Oh, it was a
like
motorcycle.
a dream motorcycle, and it was expensive. And I love, till this day, I still love riding motorcycles, but it was a Ducati motorcycle, and it's Italian made, but it's very expensive to maintain. And so it's like the Ferrari of motorcycles to some people. And yeah, when you ride down a street, people know what it is that know about motorcycles. It's an attention getter, and it was expensive to maintain, but it ended up being a nightmare. And so sometimes I realized, you know, even getting your dream thing, it turns out to be a nightmare. It turned out to be a nightmare for me. So.
Okay.
Wow. Well, I mean, lesson learned. Like, I remember I've had one new car my whole life. And I said I was never going to do it again because it's a waste of money. Like, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's worth less than what you paid for it. So I've got me a 2011 Toyota Avalon. And she's been doing me good for the last, 6 years? Just drive it till the wheels fall off.
And don't it feel good to drive like that, Red?
No car payment, cheap insurance.
Exactly.
I like driving mine better.
What you got?
I got a 2022 Chevy Silverado dually.
Oh God, okay.
I have a pretty big truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice truck to have, man. 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I'm trying to be debt free, but Stacey's over here like, but I want it.
I want it.
I understand that feeling.
You guys overcome that because you guys said something in one of your podcasts. You said, but I work too hard, you know, not to have the things that I want. And that's how Stacey feels. And I, honestly, to a degree, I feel like that. But the way that you worded your next statement, I was like, maybe I should revisit this, you know, because you were basically like, you give up some things now, and then later on, like, you don't have any bills, you don't have anything to worry about because everything is, you know, everything's paid off instead of constantly adding debt to your plate. So,
I mean, you know, and like we said before, that's just what works for us. You know, I'm not trying to make anyone who wants to do whatever they want to do. I mean, that's your business. Stacey, drive your 2022. Like, we're not looking at, you know, but for me, I prefer to ride like Red. That makes me feel good. So yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't owe nobody. Like, this is mine.
I'm a big guy. I want to ride around like I'm a big guy.
Look, we can live in my car for free. If things go left, your truck will be the first thing to go.
I can't even fit in the car. I can't even fit in her car.
But I do want to say some people think that if you choose to live like debt free and don't have any payments, that means you have to lack. And that's not true either, because we live a good life. You know, we just don't, you know, we may not get the newest thing as soon as it comes out. It may be a little bit, you know, down the road when we get it, but we live nice. We drive nice vehicles. We just don't drive current year vehicles.
She drives nice vehicles. I don't. I drive old stuff. She drives nice stuff.
So what do your people in America think about what you guys are doing right now, being in Africa?
Well, the same as a lot of other videos I've seen. Well, when people, they just don't get it. They think, we didn't think before we came here that people was walking around starving. We didn't think that. I'm just saying, as children, we were shown just that part of things. So, we grew up to see different. So we just didn't believe it. But some of our family members was like, why do you want to do that? Why? Or whatever. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, they was just like shaken that we, and some people already had their opinions about how people would receive us or whatever. And yeah, I mean, they were talking like they had been here a few times and they knew firsthand. They just were just pretty much repeating what someone else had told them. So we have, a lot of information and experiences and memories to be able to take back to show our people it's not what you think it is. You should actually go and see for yourself. But yeah, now that, since we're here and they're seeing that some of the things that we've been able to do, a lot of them have changed their mindset, but they thought that, and I was even explaining to some of my family members recently that a lot of people, especially, in South Africa, these people don't see like how in the US, if we wanted to see with us being from Alabama, we're from the South. So some people thought that we had cows in our backyards and stuff like that. I'm like, no, we have to go somewhere to see that stuff too. And it's the same way here. People in South Africa, they don't just see zebras and stuff. They have to go somewhere to see that stuff, but our family members, some of them think that these animals are just walking around freely. We can go outside and see an elephant. Like, no. Right. No.
Just goes to show he was lied to for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Exactly.
So in one of your videos, you said debt is the devil, is from the devil. And I love that statement. Can you tell me why you believe that?
So, like in the Christian faith or in the Bible, it talks about how the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And you see, like, you can watch shows or whatever, people that do crazy things for money, people that will kill people over insurance money, like what is that? Where does that come from? So it's money. You're behind the greed of that or whatever. And so the devil is behind things like that. But when you owe a lot of people, you owe a lot of people money, and your money is, it is already obligated to go to everyone else. And so now that kind of dictates how you're able to live, whether you have to work a lot of overtime or what type of food you're able to eat, and like where you get to live, what kind of clothes you can wear. And it's like, to me, what type of living is that if debt is causing you to be in a strain? It can mess with you mentally, or whatever, spiritually, emotionally. And if it comes and it takes away from you, to me, that's just like the devil. He's coming to steal your joy, steal your money, steal your happiness. And that's how I look at it. Do you agree?
No. Yeah.
That sounds like that's the American way.
And
that debt, that's the American way.
Yeah. So I look at it like we had a water drip. And our son that's 20, about to be 22, I showed him, I put a trash can under the water drip. It was dripping like constantly, but not like water flowing, like you turn on the faucet. And I left it overnight. And I showed him the next day, look how much water is in here just from that drip. And I said, that's what's going on with our finances. A lot of times we giving a little people this piece of drip, this little bit of drip, this little bit of drip, and they're becoming rich. Their water has collected and it's a big tub of water, whereas ours is going out. And so I don't know if that's plain enough to, but he was a teenager at the time, and he understood what I was trying to show him, like a little drip of your money going away to everybody that's calling for it, that make you have lack, and their trash can be full of water, which is like, metaphorically speaking, their money. Whereas you have little, they have a lot because you giving away your drip. And so I don't know if that was plain enough for you all to understand it. Not to say that y'all can't understand. I'm just saying, in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, it might not be illustrated that well. So,
I mean, that's probably a great message for kids because all they talk about is drip. Like,
Drip.
that's their language.
Right.
That's their language.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Never thought of it that way, but shit, that's accurate. Every time it drips, we losing money and they gaining money.
So you mentioned that you just paid off your house. So in living debt free, was that part of the goal, or do you think that there's some debt that is good debt?
Yeah, well, a lot of people would disagree with me, and I know, some people say there is, and if it is for them, it is for them. But for me, it's not. so I don't see any debt being good debt. In the U.S., and we touched on this in the video too about how we focus on the credit score. And for us, we were taught that you can have a good credit score, and that means so much. If you got the better your credit score, it's almost like it determines how great you are as a person or something or whatever. And we started to see, like, in order for you to have a great credit score, you have to have something attached to it. You don't have a 800, 900 credit score for no reason. It's a reason why you have a great credit score, because you have been good with making your payments. And I don't care, I don't care to have a credit score. It doesn't bother me. I have what I need, and anything that I don't have, anything that I can't just go pay cash for, well, I just have to wait on it or whatever. I don't want anything bad enough to where I have to owe someone else to have it. And that's the point I'm at in my life. It's just, I'm ready to, like, and that is not that we're not 70 years old or anything like that. We've been working all our life so hard. It's not that. It's just, I'm still at a place where I want to just be more relaxed and do what I choose to do. I don't want to have to be working from sun up to sundown to pay for my Louis Vuitton bag that I could carry. That don't even interest me. I like nice things, but I don't get caught up into things like that, because I was kind of taught earlier on as a child, and to not follow what everyone else is doing. It's like what everybody else is buying, I'm gonna go get that too, so I won't be missing out or whatever. I don't care to do that. I mean, yeah, someone has this shirt that I have on. I'm not the only one to understand that, but just going out there buying stuff and putting myself in a hole so that I can keep up with what everyone else is doing, I don't care about being a part of that. So for me, if I have to go in debt to do those things, I'd rather not.
And so I have another response to your question, though. I understand the good debt, bad debt, scenarios. I played with that game, and I've seen both sides. I know how people can use their debt to buy houses and turn around. Say you keep the house for 30 days or a year, and turn around and flip that house, and you'd have made 100 and some thousand off of debt. It's possible. I'd be lying to you if I don't know how that works. It just depends on how you want to live your life, and we decided to go this way. And it takes a little bit longer to save up your money, because we're not rich. We haven't inherited anything from our parents, our grandparents, or anything. So it's just from us hustling and scrapping. And so, but I understand why somebody would say good debt and bad debt. And we're not ignorant of how people use it to leverage to make money. So we just choose to do it another way.
Okay. So y'all in Joburg, right? Y'all in Pretoria right now?
In the Mid-Rand.
Yeah, the Mid-Rand.
Yes.
How you like that area?
It's pretty pretty good. I know we've been to like the Santon area. I heard y'all talking about. You say you want to live in with Bryanston, Stacy?
Bryanston, Four Ways, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all of it's been pretty nice to us. I know one of the videos we uploaded, people have been saying like, tell your husband to get somewhere and sit down. Like, 'cause he'll go get on the taxi and go on his little excursions, and they like, he's seen enough. That's enough now. he likes that, so yeah, it doesn't bother him at all.
Wow. Okay. So you're adventurous.
Yeah, I came to see what it was like to be not just in the big malls. I mean, we got that in America, so I wanted to see what it's like in the hood, what we call the hood.
Yeah.
And feel like home to me.
Yeah. Yeah. When we was there, we was in the villages, and we did all of that too. And it was definitely different, but we liked and enjoyed every minute of it. You know, I guess the area that was probably the most was Brakpan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if that's south, north, or whatever. Black Shield, is that south, north, or I think that's near going towards Pretoria though, past Pretoria. I'm not sure, but that was really, really different, and we loved it.
What made it so different?
It just felt different, you know. The houses were different. The food was different. Everything just. So you haven't been there yet, evidently.
No, I haven't.
Ugh. I wonder if I can hook you up with somebody that can get you out that way. How long y'all gonna be there? How much longer?
We got about 2 more weeks.
Okay, I might can make that happen then.
All right.
Yeah, because my friend named Nolita, she lives there, and she lives in the area that we're talking about, and she wouldn't mind showing you guys around. I can ask her.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Y'all went to the elephant sanctuaries and all that kind of good stuff.
No, we haven't done that either. We've connected with a few people, but they haven't said anything about doing anything
Y'all ain't
like
seen
that.
none of the animals yet?
I'm sorry.
Y'all didn't see none of the animals yet? None of the wildlife?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, we went to the bird sanctuary, but not. I mean, the bird gardens at Monte Casino, but no, we haven't been.
So no lions, no tigers, no elephants, no zebras. Oh my!
No. No.
Wow.
Like I said,
I met a guy from here that lived here. He said that you have to go like to the zoo type stuff to that's not true. Just safari, right?
Yeah, safari.
Yeah, safari. Yeah, but he was saying like
safari's not anything like the zoo. Like
no.
Oh, okay.
It's just like you in a car and then you're in the wilderness.
Yeah, the lion was probably like within arm reach of me.
Oh,
ball reach.
He was like, if I would have did this right here, he would have bit me.
oh my gosh.
He wouldn't have bit him. They are well fed. They wouldn't be worried about you. They
love everybody loves dark meat.
Stacy like he looks gamey.
everybody loves dark meat.
Everybody loves dark meat.
It's like some Popeye chicken.
You know, but yeah, I mean, it's really like up close and personal.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, you driving around and they right there.
Yeah, that's
cool. The
Someone
elephant
asked us about
right there. Huh?
Kruger. Are you talking about
Kruger's
Is that Kruger?
a 6-hour drive from where you guys at.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about a 45 to an hour drive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can do like you can do the whole thing. We did it in a day, and we did it in a couple hours. And it was really good. It was a good like starter safari.
Oh, okay.
But like if you go to Kruger, like we're gonna do Kruger when we move. That's like overnight, hotel, and like you're surrounded, like you can look out into the savannah and like see animals and stuff like that. And they go on game drive. So it's like a Jeep, 2 dudes with guns, and like animals, and you're just out there.
Yes.
What are y'all supposed to be coming permanently?
I'm gonna let her answer this question because I always say the same thing. She keep giving different months. So I'm gonna let her
Okay.
answer the question. I'm waiting.
It's either going to be September, October, November, or December.
Oh, okay.
No, it's either gonna be the first one, September.
Stacey, are you bringing your truck, or are you gonna sell that
No.
before you?
Man, I gotta sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a choice because they're not gonna, because the steering wheel's on the opposite side,
And then shipping it.
and they don't do that no more there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and shipping a truck that size, it'd be maybe $20,000, maybe.
Oh, another truck.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's a whole truck.
not that truck.
No, not that.
Yeah,
truck.
not the truck that he has though. It's
Not the
still
truck that I
cheaper
got.
than the truck
Not
that he
that
has.
truck, but a truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A truck.
yeah. But no, we plan on shipping some stuff because I can't get rid of the stuff that I got. I'm just.
I would leave it all behind except my clothes and my shoes and my personal effects.
Yeah,
I would
that's
leave it
cool.
all behind.
I'm invested in my stuff. Like I like cooking on the grill, and I have I got to take my grill. And if I take that, it's going to cost me a good amount of money to ship it. So I'm always going to ship everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I saw you saying it wasn't that much more to ship everything as compared to just shipping that one pallet or whatever.
Right. One pallet was like 5,500, but then a 20-foot container is
Oh, the 10-foot.
it's a 20-foot container.
20-foot.
A 20-foot container is $6,500. So it's just, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How are the kids adapting?
Here, better than Tanzania. Our youngest one, she was fine there because she just wants to play, so she had a lot of little friends, and that was fine. And now our 14-year-old, he's met a lot of friends here, so he's good with it here. He hasn't said he wants to stay yet, but he's he's enjoying himself very much so here.
I believe to for somebody to leave African American, whether you're African American, European, wherever you're from, to say that I'm gonna go live in Africa, I think you have to be it's an extreme thought. I don't think it's easy, even though I could do it, but I realize that, I have a wife and kids and it ain't all about me. And so that's cool that you all decided to do that, and
Have you ever
if
ran
I had
across-
everybody on board, I'd be with you.
But they're coming by themselves. Their kids are staying here.
No, I'm talking about even them two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran across any Americans yet?
Yeah, we did.
What here?
The nomads.
Oh, I didn't.
Unapologetic nomads.
Huh?
The unapologetic nomads.
Yeah, I met them out walking a couple times in Joburg, and they some cool people. And
There's a lot of us there.
yeah.
A
And
lot.
so, yeah, I think you have how do you know? Like, unless you just overhear them talking, like, how do you know somebody from America, like, that's black, because just say their accent or something, but.
Well, I mean, just like, how do you know that they're not black? I mean, everybody can recognize everybody. That's what I was told. I used to be just walking around and people just stop me and be like, "You're American."
I mean, he's also
But I'm
6'7".
I'm 6'7" though, also.
Oh, 6, 7, yeah.
Yeah, and but yeah, that's they be like, "Yeah, we just because of the way you walk,
Yeah.
clothes that you got on."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might blend in a little better because you're shorter and you're wearing a shirt. But for me, I can't fit that stuff. I gotta get my stuff made.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I'm
mean?
6
So-
foot and I stand out a little bit too. I mean,
Okay.
because it is. I realized that and this is, be honest, it's not a jab. When I went to Tanzania and I came here, I'm like, there's a lot of short men here. I didn't realize. I thought, that everybody be about 6 foot, 6'3" or something.
Uh-huh. Nah,
It's
I mean, me walking through, I mean, I see eyes just staring and looking at me and I look back and they still looking.
Yeah, 6, 7, man. That's
Damn, he tall. He's definitely not from here.
But but you have to get kind of used to that too, because even in Tanzania, like our 14-year-old, I'm sure if you've seen any of our videos, he has a lot of hair. And I didn't think that would be a thing, that people was just so, but yeah, we get a lot of staring too, but I, used to it. Now I just assume that since, we're all black, that it wouldn't matter, what we look like, but yeah, I guess they noticed that, they must be from somewhere else.
They know the way you walk, the way you walk, and if they hear you talking, your mannerisms, all that kind of stuff, like, oh, they're not from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even had this one guy tell me where I was from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was dead on.
Yeah.
So you good?
Yeah. I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
I really appreciate you guys' perspective. I'm glad that you guys took some time to go visit the continent. Maybe in a couple of years, you guys will decide to take the jump and join the community of Americans that have relocated to Africa. But we'll stay in contact. We'll try to connect you with a couple of people that we know. If you guys are interested in doing like a safari or doing anything like that, we can connect you with somebody that we know to get that going for you if you wanted to do it. I'm telling you, like you guys will love it.
We haven't ruled it out totally. I guess, maybe when we go back to the US and we see what's going on there, we might be looking at some shipping containers too, Stacey.
Hey, but guess what though? There ain't nothing changed here. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. So you need to go get the price of the containers.
Yeah, we talked to quite a few people that come back home to visit periodically, or that haven't relocated yet. And they say, and I agree, because I felt it too. Like once you get on the plane to come back home, it's like you got to put on that burdensome coat, that heavy burdensome coat, and put it on, and then go back to the States. And like the first thing that I felt like when we landed was like, ugh, it stinks here. And then it gets right back to that. And it gets right back to that rat race of working 8 to 5, 9 to 5, or whatever, right back into that hustle mode that us Americans are in. Yeah. Being that, gotta go to work, gotta make that money. Hustle, 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 hustle. I don't want that no more.
Yeah, me either.
I don't want that no more. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to probably try to downscale our way of living a little bit, and try to enjoy life. Yeah. I think like up until this point, we were always trying to like do better, because, in the beginning, like we were struggling a lot, taking care of our kids. And, we just didn't plan our family well in the beginning. And so I think we spent a lot of time trying to like make up for it. So we got them a nice house, and we're in a nice neighborhood. And, we have put ourselves in debt trying to give them a life that we wanted them to have. And now we're at the point, like, if we maintain this, we're gonna be working forever. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're downsizing our lives, so that we don't have to work too much longer. Mm-hmm. And what your husband was saying is dead on. Before you even get your paycheck on Thursday, Friday, whatever date it is, somebody's name was on that paycheck besides yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's dead. And I've never thought of it that way until I heard you say it in one of the videos. I'm like, damn, he's dead on about that. But it's the truth though. It's not just
I'm glad y'all reached out to my wife. Sometimes I feel like such an outcast. I'm not saying that she does it, but I'm glad that somebody can relate, because it seems like I be alone a lot. Like, no, man, why are you so militant? Like, I'm like Malcolm X sometimes.
But no, it's probably a good thing though, because I'm pretty sure you guys balance each other's off.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One's a wild card, one's this, and in the middle, y'all make it work.
Right,
And I
right.
know that's how we are, because I'd be like, yo, I'm swiping this. And she'd be like, nah, if you ain't got the money for it, don't buy that shit. I'm ready to swipe. And then I'll sit there and I'll be like, I'm going to go swipe it. And then I'm thinking like, she's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will go to the store and I usually pick up everything that I might want. And like my cart will be like full of stuff. And then at the end of it, I'll go through and I'll pick out a couple of things that I really, 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 really like. And then I'll get to the line, and I'm not even willing to stand in line for more than 5 or 10 minutes to get the stuff that out of this whole basket, I picked out like 2 or 3 things that I want. If I get to the line and it's zigzagging through the store, I will put that thing right back
And walk
and
out.
go back to my car after I spent an hour and a half walking around, perusing, and I'll leave.
Yeah.
Like it's not too many things that's gonna make me stand in line or go into debt for. And
So-
we do have a lot of debt, but I've just been like, we don't need anything. Like we don't.
So Red, you wouldn't camp out for the newest iPhone? You wouldn't want to sleep outside for the
I'm not an iPhoner. I'm not an
Oh yeah,
iPhoner.
me either. We're not either, but I know people like sleep outside all night to get the newest.
I'm not
thing.
doing all that. I do love new phones. Like I just got a new phone recently, but the phone I had before that I had for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So I used to get the new phone every year, but now I'm like I'll do it like every 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll probably have this phone until whenever.
And to be honest, I was that guy doing my best to get that 800 credit score.
Oh yeah.
I was that guy, and I was close. I was knocking on it until I got that damn truck. Because when you buy something new, that you get like maybe 10 banks they try to send your credit to, and all 10 of the banks came up, and the credit score dropped like 100 points. I was like, damn. But yeah, I was that guy. I wanted that 800. Not no more though.
Not no more.
Not no more though.
I've had the 800. I know what it feels like. And now I haven't checked my credit. If it's a 0, I don't care.
Wow.
So I've had the 800. So I've been on both sides, man. The 800 or the 0.
Okay.
Depends on which side you want to be on.
Okay. Well, we
hold
got
on,
34.
Hold on 1 second. Jebediah Springfield. I just want to let you know that I see you and I get the joke. But he had made a comment that your debts don't carry over when you move, and they don't. They basically, you have to set up some payment history, so you have to have some utilities and stuff in your name. Possibly get a credit card to build credit, but they don't have like a credit score. They just look at like your rolling accounts and your payment history.
Well, let's hold on.
And
okay, you said the debt doesn't carry over, but you know what? If you leave
here,
right. If you leave
credit.
Here, he's about 2 different things.
Yes.
If you leave here and you owe, they want their money.
Yeah, you still have to file U.S. taxes.
They will garnish your wages.
Yeah.
So don't think you're going to leave here and owe these people X amount of dollars, and they're not going to try to get their money, especially if you're still working a U.S. job. They're going to get their money.
I was wondering. If you had a job in Joburg and lived in Joburg, and they couldn't garnish you then, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, you still have to file U.S. taxes, and if you don't file your U.S. taxes, then when you come back to the States, they might try to arrest you because you've been evading. You've been it's tax fraud. You've been evading paying taxes, so they're gonna get you one way or the other. And if I'm gonna scoot, I want to scoot clean.
And also, you take into consideration if you're trying to do business over there in Africa, they might call your bank and just to see how good your money is, and they might say, "Well, shit, they owe us $100,000 or whatever." A bank over there is not going to give you no money if you can't pay the debt over here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's 2 ways to look at it. Your credit score means nothing over there.
Right.
That's what is your credit score.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking, I read that, but I was thinking credit score. But yeah, Stacey, you're absolutely correct.
So But we got 39 people in the building. Please like, subscribe, both channels. I've noticed that we have a lot of people in the same from both pages in the group. A lot of people that watch us watch you. So y'all, please go subscribe to both channels. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of this live. This is my first one. I've enjoyed this. This has been real fun. So yeah.
Are you gonna start doing lives now?
Probably not. It took a lot for me to even start a YouTube channel because I can be kind of bashful. So yeah, it took a lot for me to just put myself out there like that. So, but yeah, this has been cool though. I've enjoyed this.
Okay. For the record, since Mother's Day, I'm doing this to support her. So if you see me on YouTube, I'm supporting her. It doesn't matter to me. I'm on all. So
don't we have some sweet?
Just know that if you're there, you know what I mean? Like you guys together, like people love seeing couples together on YouTube. So the fact that you're there supporting, you know what I'm saying? Like you're definitely helping build the brand. So
yeah.
Thanks for letting
our brothers and sisters on the continent, they like to see that unity.
Yeah.
I know I did one podcast by myself. I might got like 10 views. I ain't getting nothing. And then as soon as you come back, the next day, 5,000.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So yeah, they like to, us together, all of us together.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well,
good.
thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. And I apologize everybody for all of the technical difficulties in the beginning, but sometimes when you go live, that's how it goes. I appreciate y'all being so patient and sticking through.
Yeah, stay in contact, especially if y'all come back over there, because we're gonna be there soon.
Okay, so we most definitely will. Okay, we will. We plan to come back. So once we come back and y'all will be here by then, we would definitely hit y'all up.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
We ain't signed out yet. You saying
Are we not signing out yet?
No. Wayne, what's up, cuz? Thank you for telling me Happy Mother's Day, Wayne.
Oh yeah, and thank you everybody who said Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for watching. We almost had an hour long. Black Shield, what's up, my brother? Everybody else too. Thank you. See y'all next time. Again?
Bye.